Hey there guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. My opponent this time is Skeithwannabe, aka Sven. And he is going to lead off with a Meloetta, Pokemon I don't see too often, so I'm kinda curious what he's gonna do with it. I lead off with Cobalion. I'm still using the same teams in the previous battle. Set up Stealth Rocks, because I'm not particularly fearing anything the Meloetta is gonna do. I was for Psychic. I thought he might do that, but it's neutral. Cobalion's fairly bulky, but that still actually did a decent amount of damage. Probably due to my Cobalion's lack of defensive investment. But whatever, I got the Stealth Rocks up, so time to Volt Switch out of there. Bring in something that can hopefully deal with the Meloetta. Snorlax seems like a pretty good alternative. Psychic again, Snorlax probably is going to soak that up, no problem. This is a max special defense Assault Vest Snorlax, and then he goes for a Relic Song. Which is actually pretty clever, because it's gonna get a critical hit. Didn't foresee that, but it's gonna change him into a fighting type, and now my Pursuit isn't gonna be super effective anymore. And what's even worse, he's probably, also get a critical hit, he's probably gonna go for a Close Combat now, which I don't particularly like either. So I just kind of bring Cobalion back in, see what he's going to do. He goes for another Relic Song. I guess he's trying to put me to sleep, because Meloetta certainly has a chance of doing that with Relic Song. I think it has like a 20% chance of putting you to sleep, which becomes a 40% chance thanks to Meloetta's Serene Grace, which is a fairly substantial chance of that happening. Anyway, I go for a Sacred Sword. It does pretty decent damage, and then he goes for a Psychic and just kills off Cobalion. I'm not really too disappointed by that. I mean, Cobalion set up Stealth Rocks, and that's really all he's there to do. Anything else is extra. So in comes Greninja, because Greninja is sure to be faster, and a Dark Pulse is definitely going to take out Meloetta right now. No way it's walking away from this one. Excellent. So that pesky thing is finally down. Except there's still 5 more to go, so let's see what else he's gonna bring to the table. King Squishy, which is a Goodra. Now, Protean Ice Beam can probably dent that thing pretty severely. It's probably not gonna be a one-hit KO, but let's just see what happens. I mean, it's probably my best bet here. And that is not that good. I don't know, maybe it's an Assault Vest Goodra? Those are fairly common. Anyway, to go for Sludge Bomb, I live fairly well, and I don't know, I wonder what that Goodra's investment is like. Definitely seems to be more towards a defensive one. Anyway, he goes for another Sludge Bomb. That is probably, yeah, that's gonna take me out. That's a bummer, but at least Goodra is so weak now that virtually anything I have can take it out. So get Manectric in there, and just Mega Evolve it. What the hell, why not? Really no reason not to. And then just go for probably Hidden Power Ice, and take out Goodra. Intimidate is kind of wasted, but I guess I can always just Volt Switch out and get it back in if I need to intimidate something. Anyway, Goodra goes down. So we're still doing fairly well. I'm a bit bummed that I lost Greninja, as he brings in Porygon 2. Yikes. And he traces my Intimidate. Don't really care too much. It'd be much worse if he traced regular Manectric's Lightning Rod, because then I couldn't just Thunderbolt him. So get Manectric out of there. I don't really know why I didn't go for Volt Switch. And then he goes for Toxic on Snorlax. That is a really bad thing for me. If there's one thing Snorlax hates, it's being poisoned. And no, this is not an immunity Snorlax, clearly. Thick Fat is still the ability to go for Snorlax. And then he goes for Tri-Attack. I get he gets a critical hit. Very disappointing. I go for Body Slam, just put some damage on there. No paralysis, that is also disappointing. Can I take another? Oh, he goes for Recover. I didn't dent him that badly. Kinda overdoing it, I think. But another Body Slam, another chance to get paralysis on this thing. Can I make it happen? Still cannot make it happen. Come on, it's a 30% chance. That's fairly substantial. He goes for another Tri-Attack. Now that's gonna finish off Snorlax, sadly. If only I gave him like a fighting move. I think mine has Body Slam, Pursuit, Earthquake, and Fire Punch. Anyway, bring Salamence in, because I'm gonna need some big guns to break this thing. Scarfmince is this, and I'm gonna go for Draco Meteor. Is it gonna do a decent amount of damage? I'm hoping... Well, that's fairly good, but the special attack drop means I can't keep it up. Freaking Eviolite Porygon 2, man. Those things are so ridiculously bulky. And if you don't have a fighting move or a knockoff, it is ridiculously hard to deal with these. And I'm kind of bummed that Cobalion is dead now, because Cobalion could actually stand up to Porygon 2 pretty well. Immune to Toxic, Tri-Attack is resisted. I don't know what other moves he has, a Recover. I'm not sure if he has like another offensive move. I think maybe he has Dark Pulse or Shadow Ball for the 4th move. I mean, it would make sense because with Tri-Attack he's not hitting ghosts. With either one of those moves he can also hit ghosts, meaning I think Normal and Ghost have pretty decent type coverage together. Anyway, bring Mega Manectric back in as he heals up even more. This thing is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Go for Volt Switch. Just get some damage on it. And switching out into... Who else do I have left at this point? Oh yeah, Salamence. See if I can get some Draco Meteor power back in here. If I could just get a critical hit on something, that would make me so happy right now. Just a critical hit Draco Meteor, that can definitely take this thing out. So, pretty please make it happen. Boom, 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 Meteor strike the Porygon 2, and no critical hit. And then he recovers virtually all of the damage back up immediately. I mean, I always hate the Walling Gliscors so very much, but Porygon 2 is a pretty damn close second. Hell, maybe it's even worse because I'd say this thing's definitely harder to deal with than Gliscor. I mean, Gliscor has so many weaknesses you can take advantage of. Not so much for Porygon 2. I don't get why we don't see this thing more often. It is really good. And here I just gave in because there was no way I was going to beat that Porygon 2 and everything else he had. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.